Hi, I'm Romares Barnett. Welcome to another Bitglass training session. Today we'll be doing an overview of Office 365 and its policies in Bitglass. First, I'm going to log into the Bitglass portal. And now once I'm logged into the portal, I'm going to scroll down to the Office 365 policy. So you'll notice here that Office 365 has policies that are created. Once we have set it up as an application, we can configure it for two types of policies. We can configure API policies, and with those policies, once we've set it up, we can take advantage of DLP scanning, leveraging API, or we can create policies around our reverse proxy, which does DLP on the fly for data in motion. So first we're going to take a look at policies created when we leverage APIs. If we click here, we'll see that we have the option to create in Office 365 for API scanning policies based on user groups, or we can apply it to all scan users. We can do policies based on data patterns, which is the DLP patterns I showed you earlier, status, file names, owners, who the file is shared with, and once we create this condition, we can then create an action. And with that action, we can allow, remove all sharing, quarantine, create a copy, or encrypt. And based on what you choose, for example, if we quarantine, we have other parameters that will need to be set. For example, where that quarantine file will be moved to. So that's a look at API policies or cloud policies for data at rest. Let's take a look at policies we can create for data in motion or our reverse proxy. We call these policies access policies. And with access policies, we can create policies based on groups or all users. We can create policies based on web applications that are within Office 365. For example, Outlook Online, Yammer, OneDrive, or SharePoint. We also can take a look and create a policy based on access method, how we're actually coming in. We can do that via web, active sync, legacy Outlook, legacy client apps, and modern auth apps. We can take a look at the devices that are accessing, whether they are Apple iOS, Mac OS, a PC. We can also do it based on whether it is a managed or unmanaged device. So if we take a look here under profile, we can see that we can create a policy based on whether it is a managed Mac or Windows device or if we are leveraging client certs. So now we can create a policy and discriminate between managed and unmanaged devices. We can also create policies that are specific to location. If we look here under locations in our drop-down menu, we'll see that we have a list of custom locations that can be locations that we define with IP ranges, such as our corporate network and VPN, which we may allow users who are coming in that way to have direct access. We also have predefined locations. For example, Albania. We may have users in Albania and we want to allow them. We may have no users in Angola and we want to deny anyone logging in from Angola. Finally, we have our last section here, which is actions. And with actions, this is the controls we can place within our policy once these conditions have been met. So the type of controls that we can place are dependent upon the type of access we want to allow. So if we want secured app access, we can leverage DLP with data patterns and see that once these conditions are met on upload or download, for actions with downloading, we can apply encryption. We can allow for a particular file or to be downloaded. We can apply data rights management and make it read only and require credentials for that to be logged into, or we can block it. We can also apply watermarks, invisible or visible within the document, and we can allow for callback or no callback once that document is opened. We can also allow for notification of that user or for admins to be alerted. Things are a little different for upload. Again, we can match on patterns, but we can allow mask data or block, for example, here with Yammer. And for files, we can allow encrypt or block. With watermarking, the options are exactly the same as with download. We can have invisible, visible, callback, or no callback. And also we can notify user or notify admin. So as you can see, our policies are pretty robust and can be pretty granular when we're applying it to Office 365. That concludes our overview of Office 365, and we'll see you next time.